Bombardier's family of Global and Challenger jets are primarily engaged in serving business and private aviation clients. But the aircraft are also in military service with applications such as Saab's GlobalEye airborne early warning and control platform, for which export customers now include the United Arab Emirates.
We're also introducing other applications of the aircraft in the surveillance role, in the signals intelligence role, in the communication role, really promoting the versatility of the global platform. The rest of the Bombardier portfolio can also be adapted for special mission and defense type roles. In fact, the Challenger we see has got a particular market in surveillance, maritime surveillance, in border control, and so several of our operators have taken the aircraft and put it into that kind of activity. The Global really is more of a strategic asset, the Challenger is more of a regional capability, so we see applications across the whole portfolio. The Challenger 650, because of its larger cabin, because of its greater endurance, that fits a certain profile requirement, but the Challenger 3500 also has some attributes, whether it be in surveillance or medevac or VIP transport. All of those adaptations are things that we can offer to the market. So if we look at the history of missionized aircraft in surveillance or in communications or electronic warfare, maybe 20 or 30 years ago, a lot of these capabilities were hosted on airliner-sized platforms. The 707 for the rivet joint mission in the US is a great example. The AWACS E3 also in a 707. But as technology advances, you no longer need that large footprint to carry the equipment. The swap C, as we call it, the size, the weight, the power requirements are reducing as technology advances. One of the examples I like to use that we have from an integrator is 20 years ago, a mission computer would have been the size of a microwave oven or bigger. Today, you can perform all of those same functions in something this size. So the business jet as a tool within this market has really come into its own now. We have the endurance, we have the performance, we have the capability to host all of the equipment in a much smaller platform than you would have needed 20 years ago. It becomes more cost effective, more operationally effective, and these are also modern platforms, in production, latest technology, but adaptable to the needs of the defense community.
To transform its civil aircraft into effective defense platforms, Bombardier's defense division works very closely with systems integration partners like Saab in Sweden and Marshall Aerospace and Defense Group in the UK. This means being willing to share all aircraft data so that advanced electronic technology and other equipment can be fitted to the airframes and cabins.
It's a partnership, absolutely, and it's a flexible partnership. We can take on as much or as little work share as our partners want, from simply providing the aircraft with some data, or we can take it all the way through to fully modified aircraft. And really that's a case-by-case conversation with our partners and with our end customer. Wichita is where we've established our US Defense headquarters. We do a lot of our modification work there for the US Army, for the US Air Force. We have our export program there for the German government. But we also have some customers who want in-country content, and we're very happy to collaborate with that. Whether it's a partnership for design activities or even delivering the modified aircraft work in-country with the end user, we're prepared to do almost any variation of the above. And if you look at the current penetration, we have over 500 aircraft, Learjets, Challengers, Globals, providing some form of specialized capability. So, as an organization, we have a deep history. We do also have a bright future. We see the Challenger and the Global as being platforms of choice in surveillance, in multi-role, multi-mission. The work is challenging, but it also is rewarding. It gives us a chance to bring all of our company together to do something that's a little bit different. We are a growing organization. Our CEO has set a target of being $1 billion business per annum within the coming years, and we're well on our path to doing that.
Bombardier's involvement with defense clients doesn't end when the converted aircraft are delivered, and can include special training and maintenance.
So one of the key things about Bombardier's involvement in these programs is that we try to ensure that the differences on the aircraft don't fundamentally change the flying qualities of the aircraft. So our strategy is to try and preserve the basic flying qualities and operations of the aircraft. There may be some changes, there may be some limitations on airspeed or altitude because of the modifications. So what we tend to do is we use CAE as our official training partner for the aircraft, and then if there are differences on top of that between ourselves and the prime contractor, we may do a small briefing session. It usually doesn't involve any additional simulator training. It's more of a communication session of new limitations or new operating. When it comes to the mission system operators, that's usually trained by the prime contractor.